In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 horses for the Kentucky Derby right now. This is according to the Kentucky Derby website, and they are listed and ranked by their points that they've achieved in the current prep races. So here we go. Here's the top 10 contenders for the Kentucky Derby as of right now. Number 10 in the ranking for the Kentucky Derby is Command Performance. The jockey is Ortiz Jr. This horse has about 6 points right now. That's coming from 4th place at the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at Del Mar, and then 2nd place in the Champagne Stakes at Belmont Park, and 2nd place in the Maiden Special Weight at Saratoga, and that was his first race of his career. The E-Speed went from 100 at the Champagne Stakes to 89 at the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Fell back a little bit in the Juvenile, going from 2nd place to 4th place, trained by Todd Pletcher, and $220,000 in career earnings so far racing in 2021 and bred out of Kentucky. Number 9 is Epicenter with 10 points. The jockey is Brian Hernandez Jr. and trained by Steven Asmussen. First place most recently this past weekend at the Gun Runner Stakes at Fairgrounds, and first place right before that in the maiden special weight at Churchill Downs, coming off a pretty bad 6th place maiden special weight, kicking off his career also at Churchill Downs. So a definite improvement in going from 6th place to 1st place, and then an E-Speed increase from 97 to 98, going from the maiden special weight to the Gun Runner Stakes. $130,000 in career earnings, a little bit on the lower side compared to some of the horses in the race, and then bred in Kentucky. So he is number 9, Epicenter, with 10 points. Number 8 is Mo Donegal, also with 10 points. What's going to separate all these horses with 10 points, according to the Kentucky Derby's website, is the career earnings. And the jockey for this one is Ortiz Jr. and trained by Todd Pletcher. Once again, first place in the Remsen Stakes at Aqueduct in New York, and then first place at maiden special weight Belmont Park, and right before that, 3rd place maiden special weight also at Belmont. So you see an improvement in the sort of ranking of this horse, going from 3rd place to 1st place, maintaining at Aqueduct after that, $197,000 in career earnings for 2021, and no difference in E-Speed from the first race most recently to the second most recent race. Number 7 is Major General, the winner of the Iroquois Stakes at Churchill Downs. 10 points, jockey is Javier Castellano, and trained by Todd Pletcher. So obviously most recently, Iroquois Stakes, that was a big win, 1st place. This horse has not been defeated in his short career. And then 1st place at maiden special weight at Saratoga, and E-Speed decreased from 82 to 80, but he beat out some pretty tough competition in those Iroquois Stakes. $232,000 in career earnings for Major General. Number 6 is Slow Down Andy out of California, 10 points. Jockey is Mario Gutierrez and trained by Doug O'Neill. First place, the Los Alamitos Futurity, and then 2nd place in the Golden State Juvenile Stakes at Del Mar, and 1st place right before that, the maiden special weight at Santa Anita. And so you have an increase from 83 to 99 in the E-Speed figure, $249,000 in career earnings in bred in California. So this is a horse that has shown a fair amount of consistency. You have 1st place, dropping back to a little bit of 2nd place at Del Mar, and then finishing off with most recently 1st place. So Slow Down Andy is definitely a contender for the Kentucky Derby. Number 5, Smile Happy, 10 points, trained by Kenneth McPeak and ridden by Corey Lannery. 1st place in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill Downs, and right before that, 1st place in a maiden special weight at Keeneland. So this horse is running pretty well in the state of Kentucky, bred in Kentucky, $284,000 in career earnings, and E-Speed increased from 91 to 96. So Smile Happy is 2 for 2 in Kentucky with a win at the maiden special weight and a win at Churchill Downs, where the Kentucky Derby is going to be run. Number 4, Make It Big, 10 points. The jockey is Jose Ortiz and trained by Saffie Joseph Jr. 1st place in the Remington Springboard Mile Stakes at Remington Park, and then 1st place in the Ocala Stud Juvenile Sprint Stakes at Gulfstream Park, and then 1st place in the maiden special weight at Gulfstream Park. So this horse has won 3 races and $303,000 to show for it, bred in Florida, and an E-Speed decrease from 92 to 91. So you see that this horse had won 2 races in the state of Florida and Miami at Gulfstream Park, goes to Oklahoma, wins at the Remington Park, and that is the race that gave him the 10 points. So Make It Big coming in at number 4. Number 3, Jack Christopher, won the Champagne Stakes at Belmont Park, 10 points for that race. Jockey Jose Ortiz and trained by Chad Brown. 1st place in the maiden special weight right before that at Saratoga, and going from 88 to 104 in the E-Speed. So a super quick race he ran at Champagne Stakes at Belmont Park. $330,000 in career earnings, bred in Kentucky. This is one of my favorite horses. I believe he's going to run in the Breeders' Cup, but was scratched for that. So look at this horse in the future and see what he's able to do. Number 2, Rattle and Roll, 10 points, jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. and trained by Kenneth McPeak. Most recently, first place the Breeders' Futurity at Keeneland, first place the maiden special weight at Churchill Downs. So Rattle and Roll is experienced running in the state of Kentucky, 379,000 career earnings, and experienced running at Churchill Downs. You see 2 times there, third place maiden special weight, and improved to first place in that second maiden special weight. E-speed increased from 81 to 99 from going to Churchill Downs to Keeneland. So Rattle and Roll got those 10 points in the Breeders' Futurity, first place victory in that race. Rattle and Roll is certainly a contender. And number 1 with 12 points is Papa Cap. Papa Cap was trained by Mark Cass and ridden by Joe Bravo. Second place in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at Del Mar, and that was in part of the Breeders' Cup. Second place in the American Pharaoh Stakes at Santa Anita, and first place in the Best Pal Stakes at Del Mar. E-speed increased from 85 to 95, and $576,000 in career earnings. That's a lot, and that's much more than any of these other horses on this list bred in Florida. So Papa Cap is definitely more experienced than some of these other horses, maybe a little less consistent. You see these 2 second place races most recently, in contrast with like the first place one. So that's a little bit inconsistent, but you see some of the other horses not bringing in as much money. So Papa Cap is number 1 on the Kentucky Derby's ranking. So that was my list of the 10 horses that are in the top 10 right now, according to the Kentucky Derby's website, for the Kentucky Derby and the road to the 2022 Derby. And I encourage you to keep watching the prep races, because there's going to be some other horses coming into this list, and there's going to be some shuffling. So thank you for watching this video, and I ask that you please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below who you think is going to win the Kentucky Derby.